Jefferson, from Thomas Jefferson. The earth belongs in usufruct to the living. From the Gold Reserve Act of 1934, page 133, Federal Reserve is owned by private interests. The Proclamation 2040 by Roosevelt, the bank holiday, March 9th, 1933. The Proclamation 2039 declaring a bank holiday, March 6, 1933. Under the executive order of the President, on or before May 1st, all gold coin, bullion, and certificates. You may be familiar with this. See if I can get a close-up. From the U.S. Department Treasury website, the Resource Center legal tender status. It's 2 pages. Basically, well, it's not basically. It says Federal Reserve notes are not redeemable in gold, silver, or any other commodity and receive no backing by anything. This has been the case since 1933. The notes have no value for themselves, but for what they will buy. Good luck. In another sense, because they are legal tender, Federal Reserve notes are backed by all goods and services in the economy. What does that mean? Our asses. I also sent a copy of the Colonel Edward Mandel House. We're all most familiar with this. Whether it's true he said this or not, you know, it's basically every American will be required to register their biological property. Most of us are familiar with that, I'm sure. The 48 Stat 1, 48 Stat 112, 48 Stat 113. What is this? 73rd Congress, page 337, January 24th, 5th, 30th, 1934. Again, page 337. It's basically saying credits an equivalent amount. It's not backed by anything, the money. March 9th, we're familiar with House Resolution 1491. I put that in there. Page 83, very important statement. Most of us are familiar with this. The money will be worth 100 cents on the dollar because it is backed by the credit of the nation. It will represent a mortgage on all the homes and other property of the people in the nation. You know, we're the property, that's right. 55 Stat 839 and 840. And then what I also added was from IRS Manual 6209 showing the tax forms, R-Class Tax 5, and what the definition of that. And I also attached the name I use has an authenticated birth certificate and showing the full faith and credit of the United States is backing that. So what happened, about a week before November 14th, I sent an email if they had any to the commission, or Duncan specifically, if there was any questions. Didn't get a response. I called, I don't know, around the 14th, 15th of November. I got Duncan on the phone. Well, Duncan, what's going on with this? Any questions, a response? Well, as he said, I just turn it over to them. I don't help them decide. It's what they want to do. And of course, I said, obviously, there's not going to be a response. He didn't say, well, you know, there was really no he didn't really answer. He said, but he did invite me up to Washington, D.C. to see their commission meetings. And I said, no, thank you. I didn't think it was necessary. So anyway, good people, I wanted to get this out there. I don't know what the answer is. My only hope is very soon things are going to be shaken up in Washington, D.C. because it's quite obvious when you listen to Mr. Comey. You know, you start getting when in between of negligence and extremely careless, or did he leak, or did he share, you know, information. And, you know, Hillary says, I'm sorry, what you believe does not match the facts. When you start getting into all this, you know, it's just a no-win situation. And I don't know how this could be fixed. I'm sure some people have been able to get through that door. I guess, you know, there was a claim made, and then whatever their status goes, once they prove themselves in some form, their status gets changed from surety to a free man of some sort. I hope that status goes for many of us, because so many are trying, and again, my whole intent is not to complain. It's really to help, because we want to leave this planet better than when we got here. That is really a required mandate by the one who created us. I truly believe it. I sense it. It is the right thing to do. We're all here for a purpose, and if we could just work together, that would be the best. I don't think the answer is having this all exactly with every T crossed and every I dotted. It's just a matter of a willingness to see a higher spiritual awakening to all this, and I'm certainly willing to do the right thing, and hopefully we'll see some major changes within the next year. I wish you all a blessed Merry Christmas. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate. Thank you.